Good morning, everybody. Had a heck of a time getting logged in this morning. I apologize, I'm running late. Let me go post the link on the website. The website is denverguitarorchestra.com, and as of this moment it appears to be working. Paste. So let's shift, highlight, link, enter, edit, settings, open a new window, update. Okay, so that should get us in, and then let me click over here, and then we'll wait just a minute or two to let everybody get in. They'll all be running late because they couldn't get in either. Denver Orchestra.com. All right, tweet. Okay, so now we're on Twitter. I'm going to close that out. I'm going to make sure the link on the page is working. Scroll down. Today is Thursday. It is not there. What happened? Let's go. Edit page. What is going on with this website? Thursday. No, it's right there, man. Update. Let's try again. It's Thursday. View page. Click. Okay, so lesson 289 lessons. All right, so Vic is in, and that means that something is going. Sound is fuzzy. Really? Let me turn off the humidifier. Close the door. I'm still having fuzzy sound, Vic. Why would we be having fuzzy sound? Let me go double check that we're on the right thing. Audio should be coming out of this, should not be coming out of this. Let me know if the sound is still fuzzy. It's been nothing updated yesterday, so I don't know why the sound would be fuzzy. The sound is good, and for Elizabeth, pictures focus. Thanks for the emails. You're welcome. Okay, that's better. Okay, good. So apparently it was just picking up noise from the... I had to move this microphone slightly over. I think this summer the air conditioning will be on. What should I do to fix that? Just turn off the humidifier during broadcast. This needs to be off anyway. All right, so guys, I'm sorry I'm really late this morning. The website was fighting me. Bright and sunny day, 62 degrees, sound and lighting are good. Okay, so Pauline is in tall cotton up in Northern California. You don't usually hear the humidifier. Yeah, it's fascinating. I think part of it is I'm using a wider camera now to get ready for the spring, summer, and fall. And because when I'm conducting, you need a little bit more space, right? Which means this microphone has to be, the microphone has to be further out of the way, which means that it's more likely to pick up the humidifier. So the whole thing is running a major international broadcast studio like this is a lot harder than people give credit to. Just all discombobulated. I was really on top of things this morning, and then suddenly it feels like everything's come off the rails. So give me just a second. Get tuned up. We're going to play through everything. How about this? We'll skip the Segovia this morning since we're running late, and we'll just go straight into Frère, Jacques. And give me just a minute to update the gadget. I'm disappointed in myself that all this has been so weird all of a sudden. Let's see, stop here. And you guys notice I did update. What's it called? I'll See You in My Dreams. I updated that, so you probably do want the updated one. It's got an easier a much easier B7 on there, and I don't think it changed the play. I think it changed the playability a lot. I just don't think that it hurt the sound quality at all. So my initial idea was stupid is what it comes down to. So okay, and then I need to do one other thing. I need to get out of this, and I need to go into Denver Guitar Orchestra songs. I'll see you in my dreams. Let me get over here to this part. Get out of here. Go into here. Here. And then theoretically, this should overwrite everything. For a little while, the website wasn't cooperating at all. Now it's doing everything it's supposed to be doing, which I was trying to get it to do prior. So who knows? I'll see you in my dreams guitar. Okay. Download that. Okay. Overwrite, yes. Okay. Okay, so we should be in good shape theoretically. Let's start with, we'll just skip Segovia today. That'll save us some time. And then let's go on to Frère, Jacques. Storage. Downloads. Guitar. Play through that. Played through it quite a few times now, so we should be in good shape. Book 1. And I need a guitar. We need a double check tuning. Close that down. Hopefully we're all in good shape now. All right, Frère Jacques, from the top. Let's sing through it once, play through the melody, play through the tough. 1, 2, 3. Frère Jacques, Frère Jacques, dormez-vous, dormez-vous. Sonnez les matines, sonnez les matines, ding, dang, dong, ding, dang, dong. To the melody, ready, play. If you're on book 1, just listen. You don't really need to do this. Ready to play. Ring out at the end of a song until you're sick of it, and then stop the strings first before you let your chord off. Beautiful, right? Should be feeling pretty comfy with that. If you're not, let me know. But we've had 1 week with playing Frère Jacques up the neck, and then this week we've been playing it down here in one position. Starting next week, we'll grab Frère Jacques, and you will be diving into the tough uke. It's basically the same lesson as Frère Jacques, but a tiny bit easier to play chord melody style. All right, now let's go grab Hush Little Baby out of book 2. Again, book 2 is where all the good stuff is. The songs are stupid, but the skills are important. This is the first place we run into B7 in this book. So E chord you ran into in book 1. greatest chord in the history of the world, if you could just play that chord and nothing else, you'd be a very happy person. Then let's go to your B7. So to get from E to B7, B7 looks, the first few times you do it, it's pretty messy, and then after a while you're like, okay, my hands will get this. So index finger up one string, ring finger down one string, add your pinky, and then don't play the top string. Okay, and then to get back again, leave your middle finger planted. Index comes down, ring comes up, pinky comes off. Always make sure you're taking a moment to think about the theory behind this. If E is here, E, F, G, A, B. Okay, 1 and 5. You'll see that throughout this book. 1 and 5 go together. Once you get 1 and 5, do all of the easier guitar keys with 1s and 5s. Pretty soon you have enough chords to play the 4s and some of the 3s and all of this stuff. So by just learning 1s and 5s in 20, I think there are 22 different songs in the book, you will end up knowing almost every chord you need to know to move on to the next book. In the next book, I think B minor shows up. It doesn't show up in this book, and there's a couple other chords, not very many. That's what we're working on. All right, E chord, B7. Really old-fashioned, almost goofy song. I don't quite understand what the purpose of this song was. I think it's a lullaby. I think. Well, maybe not. Who knows? But let's see. I hid you guys from the chat. Here we are. There you are. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hush, little baby, don't say a word. Papa's gonna buy you a mockingbird. And if that mockingbird won't sing, then Papa's gonna buy you a diamond ring. And if that diamond ring turns brass, then Papa's gonna buy you a looking glass. And if that looking glass gets broke, then Papa's gonna buy you a billy goat. So you see the purpose of the song, right? To buy things for your child, and which all good parents know is the solution to good parenting. The real skill set here, E's not too bad. B7 is quite a bit of a challenge. When you first encounter it, it goes away pretty quickly because this feels pretty comfortable in my hand. I do think getting this shape on first, basically your D7 shape up here on strings 5, 4, and 3, and then just adding your pinky in underneath there. That's the key here. Okay, let's run through the melody. I see 4s and 5s. And I'm looking around, I don't see any 1s, so I'm for sure going to grab this in second position. Now my ring finger is on 4 and my pinky is on 5. I may have all of the notes covered, okay? Just by playing in second position. From the top, 1, 2. Well, little. Okay, so it's little. Notice the tab and the standard notation says hush, little baby. So as a guitarist, you're supposed to know that you're at double hitting that 4 for little, because of the a lot of times on folk music we'll cram the words in to the correct timing, even though sometimes there's 2 syllables on one note, and so you just know to fix that. 1, 2, 3, 4. My thought on that is, when you are playing a solo piece, it's no matter what way you're playing, if you're going to be including melody, You probably do want to know the lyrics that you're playing because your audience probably will, and they will know it's not hush, they will know hush. They won't like that, right? They'll know that all of the subsequent verses, if that diamond, if that Billy, if that dog named. So all the subsequent verses, that notation is correct. It's just that first line. You got to hit little. And so that's why, I spend a lot of time on lyrics on these pages. I find it really, really challenging sometimes to convince myself to do all of the lyrics. But it is, for somebody who knows the song, and if you're going to present it or you're going to turn it into a song, make sure you know the lyrics so that you know that, hey, on that first time, that first four up there should be doubled. And the reason that happens in folk music is that over time the lyrics get changed and adjusted and what have you. And in order to make that properly notated, you would have to add in a whole nother page. And so it's like, it's really not worth that. For that one extra syllable on line one, we just put it up there, and then you're supposed to know as a guitarist, hey, there's an extra note there. And you would know that if you knew the lyrics. All right, let's talk Tough Acts. This is a surprisingly tough song because what you see happening when it slides up the neck, we start having to reach with our pinky, and that's exactly one of those things that we need to work on this piece of music. This business of playing your pinky way up here is going to, it has a tendency to pull the rest of your chord out of position. Right, and in order to accomplish it, this one may be way at the back of the fret. If you've got a big guitar, my pinky isn't quite long enough for this full-size guitar, so I'm playing it back here, which means I got to press extra hard. I'm still getting a little bit of a buzz, and then less buzz that way. And so you have to start strategizing. You may eventually decide, you know what, I'm not going to have that be successful with that. Maybe I will not play the fifth string. I'll move my middle finger down there, and that gives me a tiny bit more flexibility to get it there. Now I can't hit that string, and I'll just play those bottom four strings. And so you make adjustments based on what you physically can do as well. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I should be talking to you about. Okay. From the top, nice and slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. B7 with the 4. Pull it back. There's just too much chord in that particular arrangement, and so you might think about, blom, blom, blom. When you're in the key of E and in the key of G, I find that the guitar can get really heavy on the lower strings, just sitting there vibrating away, not necessarily helping the cause. In this case, you get that many strums before you hit that 5. It just feels super heavy and kind of slow and lugubrious, and you may enjoy that sound and you may not. The question, what I would probably be thinking is, if I'm going to play this as a lullaby, I'm trying to put the baby to sleep, I might do that because I want those deep, dark, delicious tones under here. On the other hand, if I'm going to present this as a song we're singing, probably not going to do that. I'm probably going to hit the first chord, the next chord. tendency as a player is to try to hit a chord on 1 and 3, beats 1 and 3. And that, I feel like that's enough chord, but you have lots more chords on here to see, to make decisions about what's sounding best in your guitar. You get to tell the story, and you do not. Elizabeth is here, and so sometimes I worry when I say this, because she's a fully trained classical orchestral musician. And this would never come out of a conductor says, you don't need to play all the notes. That would never happen. But in guitar and with fingerstyle arrangements, you don't have to play all the notes. Just because I gave them to you doesn't necessarily mean you have to play them. And so your goal is to present the song in a way that makes sense to you, right? The strum on beats 1 and 3. A lot of times I'll put them in an arrangement to remind myself that later on when I'm sight reading this piece of music, what does that chord shape look like? Yeah, okay, that's what it's going to do. It's not going to sound that great at this moment, so I'm not going to play the whole chord. I'm just going to play parts of the chord. And so I'll do that a lot when I'm playing, and I think this song probably, because of the key that it's in, and the amount of pinky stretching you have to do to successfully pull it off, it's definitely a candidate for minimizing the number of strings you hit. And Nancy just says, hey, this sounds good with the claw too. Let's give it a try. Excuse me, we're counting on Nancy to remind us we have other ways to play, right? Let's give that a try. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops. Isn't that pretty? That actually does work. That actually sounds better than strumming it. And when you're plucking it, of course, you have a little bit more control over the amount of chord sound that's going on. When you do this, you really lose complete control over these dark tones. That's fine, usually. Usually it sounds pretty cool, a Spanish guitar. Right? You want that dark tone going on. But on this song, if you go to your claw, then you have the control over, you can put your thumb back down and shut it up if it's being annoying. And I'd say, yeah, try it both ways and see which way you like the better. This is what year was this song put together? Did I put that on here? We don't know. We don't know where this song came from. It feels very old-fashioned though, doesn't it? And I think some of you probably grew up singing this, or had it sung to you, possibly. And it's one of those songs nobody does anymore. But I think and it does have a peaceful feeling to it. And I don't really like, if I was getting ready for this to be presented to somebody, I would probably put it into a different key. This key is actually pretty hard to play, but I wanted you to have a piece in this that was hard to play, in the sense of, hey, you've got your E chord, you've got your B7. B7's an important chord for us to know, and then you're also working on this pinky stretch. And for some of you, you have to strategize about, hey, that's not going to happen right now. What changes do I need to make to the chord shape so that it can happen? The melody always has to be the melody. The melody doesn't change, but the chord, how much of the chord you do, can change quite a bit. So there we go. All right, so there's Hush Little Baby. All right. Now we have a new arrangement, Book 3, Kumbaya. Let's hope that I downloaded it. I'm not sure I did. I may need to go grab it real quick. Kumbaya, H-I-J-K. We have done Kumbaya. I did not download it, so give me just a second. I got to go chase it down. We have done Kumbaya on harmonica since day one. And I'm like, well, we need it for guitar, because this image of you going on a camping trip and taking your guitar and sitting around the campfire singing songs. People say this all the time. I've never, ever ever met anybody who actually did that, but you might do it, right? And and you would want to be able to play Kumbaya. Kumbaya, I guess I understand from my reading that it's been largely perpetuated by the Boy Scouts, that the Boy Scouts play this song. So in any event, here we go. And I'm still looking for it here. Give me one more second. Getting close, you guys. We got so many songs these days, and it takes me forever to chase them down. H-I-J, Kumbaya, guitar. There. Let's download that. Okay. It's weird being on Thursday and still getting sheet music out. Alright, so now I go here. Back it out one. Hit K. And Kumbaya. So I wanted you to have this piece of music just because it's kind of fun, and I wanted you to also be able to think about places again where we might make some adjustments to it. This is the exact version that we're using in harmonica, and I gave it to ukulele and I rearranged it quite a bit, but for you guys I thought, you know what, let's just have it where you can play the harmonica version as well. One, let's run through our chords. C chord, F chord, E minor, which is crazy that that's hanging out there, and then a G chord. Okay, that's your 4 chords. Those are standard issue shapes, obviously, so let's see how we do. And of course at level 3, you've met F chord at level 2, but at level 3 we just sort of expect that that's going to be one of the things you do. So let's go nice and slow. 1, 2. Someone's crying, my Lord. 3, 1, 2. Kumbaya. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Someone's crying, my Lord. 4, 1, 2. Kumbaya. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Someone's crying, my Lord. 4, 1, 2. Kumbaya. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Oh Lord. 3, 4, 1. Oh Kumbaya. 2. Now, here's the thing on this. When you make the turnaround to do singing and then laughing, that I've listened to a million versions of this now, and it's very up to you how quickly you make that turnaround. So you come in and oh Kumbaya, someone's, and you could, what's written here is you immediately turn around, go right back up. I don't necessarily think that's the best choice. I think you might strum for half a dozen measures before you turn around and go back up. On the ukulele players, I gave them 2 full measures, but how I solve the problem here, I just stick a fermata on there. Oh Kumbaya. You decide how long you want to go, then you look around at everybody around the campfire. Someone's singing the Lord, right? And so that just gives you the option. It also keeps it onto one page, which is really nice. And you take that fermata seriously at measure 15. If you're running the show, you get to decide. Now, if other people are hanging around and they're singing and they know how it goes, they may jump in and say, let's get going. Someone singing my Lord. And so I sort of ditched out responsibility for how long measure 15 really is by just dropping a fermata on there and saying, you figure it out. Okay. And at this point, you guys are good players. So, you know, hey, I'm going to make it 1 beat. I'm going to make it 10 beats. I'm going to make it 912 beats. You decide. And then you come in for verse 2. Let's play the melody real quick. 1s, 3s, and 5s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. 1, 2. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. 4, 1, 2. So probably there's a whole nother measure in there. And we can talk about that over time. We may want to just go ahead and add in the extra measure, and then you don't have to think. But what I left there works. Is just to, you get to make the choices. If you end up playing this with other people, they'll probably make the choice for you, and so you go with them. Now, this bottom sticky thingamajigger on my guitar gets out of whack, and then it doesn't do any good. It's just down there causing trouble. Let's run through the tough uke. We'll take our time. Because it's in C, as you know, you're always going to end up with sort of these gangly, difficult moments, and we'll figure out if I made any sense here. 1, 2. C chord with your pinky. Whoops. Okay, and then into your F chord, but it's on 5, right? So you slide all the way up to 5, and then you just put it's really your C shape on it, 5, right? So you got 5, 6, 5, 7. It's just really your C shape, but you're just not going to use your pinky, and then play 4 strings. Back to your C chord with your pinky. Nice strum. 1, O, E minor. Just leave your middle finger planted, index finger over, pinky up. Doesn't that sound cool? Get this open note. I think that second 2 in measure 6, I'm going to get rid of that. That's just extra. It's not really working. And so then you could probably just hit 0, 2, 2 in measure 6, and it'll sound better, I think. Oh yeah. Isn't that nice? And then you have 1, O, measure 7, G chord, ring finger on the second string. Your pinky. Fret 5. Back to the open C. And again, I think we'll get rid of that second 3 there in measure 12, and then go to a full F chord. That's perfect if you can get it, right? If yours goes, then that's perfectly fine as well. And then the C chord, right pinky on the second string, and then right back off. Notice that's that bum ba dum. You want to get that as smooth as you can. And then G chord, C chord. Let that go as long as you like, and let's do it again. Put the in measure 13, the next to the last 3, I'm going to change to a 2 on the string above it. I think that way you get a little bit of a descending bass line a little bit. I think that'll sound prettier. Let's play it through one more time. I'm going to take Nancy's advice and try the claw and see how that sounds. 1, 2. going to work. Probably I'll go ahead and add in a measure there at 15. Then you don't have to think. I don't know. Let me give that some thought. I already thought it through when I decided this was the right way to do it. I think I might be able to squish this to stay on one page. Yeah, the challenge with fitting things onto a page is never fitting things onto a page. It's where your ties are, and this song is full of big, long ties, and you don't want to break. You're allowed to, but you don't really want to break a tie at the end of a system. So you're going on. Someone's crying, my lord, Kumbaya. Go down the next day. Right. It just doesn't look good on the paper, and so I like to have my measures broken like that. And on this case, I don't have any choice to pull up measures, so I'm going to have to squish it in at the end. It'll probably fit. All right. For me, this is all I care about is what it looks like, whether it plays or not is different. Let's see. How are we doing? We got just enough time to play through the revised version of what did you call it? I'll see you in my dreams. Let's play through that real quick. Don't forget you're working on your classical song of the week, Danse des Îles. I think it's beautiful and I think it's really fun. And so spend a little bit of time on that. Tomorrow or tonight, we will be playing Eleanor Rigby, Hey Jude, Let It Be, and Michelle. And so we'll see if those play well. Those are all brand new arrangements. So hopefully you've already gotten yours, had a chance to at least print them out. And so we'll look through those tonight. That'll all be all the time that we have is for those 4 songs. And so I'll get those out to you. If you don't have them, send me an email and I'll get them to you. And then tomorrow, of course, we have Friday concert, 2 different scales for Jacques, Danse des Îles. I'll see you in my dreams, and then we'll see how many of the whether we can get Kumbaya, Hokey Pokey, and Hush Little Baby in as well. If not, with those rotate over to Monday, and we keep moving forward. So let's wrap up today with playing I'll See You in My Dreams. And again, the main things I changed a little bit of arpeggio picking changes, and I it's funny when I download over the top of a previous version, it saves my notes. So sometimes I'm like, I thought I fixed all that, and I did. It appears. Fix that. Now it's actually a good double check, right? Because then I can see, well, here's what the note said I was supposed to do, and dim bar. I'm going to leave that note there. And I got to fix that situation. All right, so let's play through it. And again, I think it shouldn't be that much different than what we were doing before, but maybe a tiny bit more playable. So let's see how we do. 1, 2, 3, 4. Slide up. Okay, back to the top, very top. Try it one more time. Ready, play. It plays. Phew. Uh-oh, Elizabeth was freezing up. Everybody else got right in there okay? Actually, you probably weren't freezing up, Elizabeth. It was me playing poorly. That's probably what's going on there. Guys, hope you had a good afternoon, good morning of guitar. We're over the overtime limit just a little bit. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for putting up with some new arrangements that I'm having to work my way through as well. And that's never going to change, right? I'm just going to keep arranging songs till we've arranged all of them. And along the way, sometimes we'll play well, and sometimes we'll play horribly. The goal, of course, is when you're getting ready to play for other people who are uninitiated and don't come to our lessons every day, that's when you start focusing in on getting, your memorization in and finding songs that are worth playing and all of that stuff. So right now, our daily lessons are about working through all of the problems and all the songs, and then finding a handful that you really just love and you are going to play every single day. Till you don't even need the paper. You just watch your left hand while you're playing. So, all right, guys, thanks for being here. I'll see most of you tonight. Let's see. Okay, so Elizabeth, looks like you're the only one with a connection problem today. Me and me being able to get logged in, but I think I know why that was a problem. So, the joys of adding security to your website. And so, thank you all for being here. Hopefully, you have a wonderful day. I'll see some of you in harmonica and some of you in ukulele, and the rest I will see tonight for Beatles and tomorrow for our Friday concert. Have a great day. Pauline, it's good to see you. Vic, and Vic is all fine. Pauline. It's really, yeah, it's a pretty hard song, but it's also really lovely, and so it's definitely level 4 difficulty, level 3 skill set, right? So there we go. Nancy, good to see you. Vic, see you tonight. You guys have a wonderful day. Elizabeth, you are welcome. Sorry you're having connection problems, and I'll see if you're not logged in to Gmail or chat. Good to see you guys as well, and have a wonderful afternoon. I'll talk to you later.